Hey there, everybody. Time to update the garden. It's been a little while, so let's do this. Start over here. Start off with the beans. Oh, hold on. Should probably start off with Cooper. Hey, Coops. He's trying to play. He's got a. He wants me to throw this because he's not smart. Okay. So here we go. We got the beans here coming up nicely. Starting to actually flower a little bit, so that's pretty cool. All right, here's the Romas. They are finally taking. Starting to build up a little bit. I had to pull some suckers, so I did that today. I've got a temporarily. Here's my little jalapeno plant over here. I just stuck him there in the meantime, because I had to get him out of his little plastic planter. So I'll move him around somewhere else. I just want to get him in the dirt. All right, come over here. Cherry tomatoes already flowering, so they're doing pretty darn well. Had to pull some suckers there. Ooh, actually, I got a big sucker that I missed there that I got to pull, so we'll get that here in a minute. And what I'm talking about suckers, most of you probably know this already, but whenever you get a leaf here and you get that one growing out of the crook there, right in the elbow or the armpit, however you want to call it, that's your sucker. That guy needs to, I didn't need to come out, but it's good to come out because it's going to actually build or start growing a main vine off of the plant. And so it's going to just suck a lot of nutrients and a lot of energy out of the plant to produce fruit. So I don't have a lot of room in here, so that'll come off. Super steaks back behind, also starting to flower a little bit. They flowered pretty early last year, but just kept flowering and flowering and growing until towards the end of the summer. So I don't plan on seeing anything. There's the dill coming up. That's like ready to, we could harvest some of that if I was making something with dill right now. So that's pretty cool. Cilantro, same thing. Already coming up. All right. Here's my learning of the, or I don't know how I even want to put that, but the thing that I'm learning about. So here's my broccolini. If you know anything about broccolini, you know if it's flowering, it's called bolting, and that means that it is past its point of where it can, where you can eat it. Well, I guess you can eat the flowers, but normally it's going to be, crowned just like broccoli. But I found out it's a cooler weather plant, so since we've had a lot of warm weather lately, it just has been shooting up and just bolting really quick. Got this guy over here. I was able to actually pull. This was the extra one that I had that I just kind of planted over here because I had the room for it, and so I did harvest some there. As you can see, that's looks like broccoli crowns, but that one also bolted really quick. But it is growing down below there, so yeah, it's fun. That's something I learned. So I'll probably plant some more towards the end of the year once everything starts dying off towards the fall, and maybe I can have some broccolini. Spinach, that's about ready to go. I can start harvesting those bigger leaves. So I'll cut those bigger leaves off, and then down there in the middle of the plant there, you got those little leaves coming up. So when you harvest the bigger leaves, those guys will just keep on growing. So you can just they'll just keep producing and producing as long as you keep trimming back those bigger leaves. Cucumbers back there. Oh, got a little weed hiding back there, so that's nice try, buddy. Not in my garden. All right, lettuce starting to come up. Same thing with the lettuce. It's a little too early on it now, but once it gets a little bit thicker, you pick the bigger leaves there, harvest the bigger leaves, and then the little ones in the middle just keep on growing. Here's my green peppers, and you see it's starting to flower already, so that's a good sign. Like I said, remember last year I didn't have a very good job or very good yield. Actually, no yield at all with my green peppers. So fingers crossed. Here's my garlic, and that is just shot up this year. So zucchini in the back. I got my 3 mounds, and I only have 1 mound that's produced anything. I actually transplanted this guy a little while ago. So I did kind of move through the soil a little bit and found the seeds. This guy actually had a seed on one of his leaves that it pulled up with it when it grew out of the ground. So the zucchini's not off to a great start, but still early. There's the onions. Still haven't done anything with the onions yet. Here's your chives actually make a nice, pretty little flower. like a nice filler in a bouquet. So pretty cool. So I do need to, actually we're having some stir fry, so I'll probably cut some of these off before I go in. And we come over to yellow squash, and the yellow squash is actually doing quite nice. All 3 mounds are now producing. This guy took a little bit longer, but finally producing on all 3 mounds. So that's great. I'm liking that. So that is where we're at. Everything's coming along pretty darn good. It is towards the end of May. We've had a little bit cooler weather the last couple days, but it's been sunny. So beautiful day, a little windy, but perfect, spring weather in Washington. So can't complain at all. But there it is. If you have any questions about what I'm growing or anything, any suggestions as well, like I said, this is only my 2nd year with my garden. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears to. Put them down in the comments. Please appreciate if you like. Subscribe if you haven't already. His wife says mash that like button. And that's all we got for now. And we will see you next time.